Hey there, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to Fox Ate My Dinner for your awesome YouTube entertainment. Now, for those of you that aren't like Call of Duty players, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now this is not a mod. What you're watching right here, this is actually the Winter Crash stage, and I'm only letting this be known for people who don't play Call of Duty. Because I know what's going on in the minds of all those Call of Duty players. Were like, we know this. Yeah, well, I'm not talking to you though. So, anyways, yeah, and obviously for the start of the match, I was actually looking around a little bit, viewing the awesome stage. I also want to also let be known for this clip and the next clip are actually against bots because when I actually recorded the video, I forgot to renew my PlayStation Plus, so I was shit out of luck for there. But the third clip I have in this video is actually a gun game and it's an online game, and I did actually pretty well. Um, So, anyways, what am I going to be talking about here today? Well, I know this is kind of old news, or should I say lukewarm news, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, we know as of a while back, January 12th will finally be the official day that Nintendo is going to be announcing pretty much everything about the Switch, other than the fact of what it's going to be like for us to actually play it, because if we want to know what that's going to be like, you got to play it yourself, but we're going to pretty much know pretty much everything else about it. We're going to know about the specs, we're going to know about the release date, which Nintendo still holds to this day is going to be around it's going to be around March. Well, they still maintain it's going to be March. And by the looks of it, with it being on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and just watching him play it, it looks like the console's done, honestly. It doesn't really look like there's any other development type things they really need to do when it comes to it. So they might already be done, and who knows? Maybe it will come out sometime in March. But we'll find that out on January 12th. We'll find that out. It's a little bit after my birthday. And it's going to be a late birthday present, but I'll accept it. Anyways, we're also gonna be yeah, we're gonna be knowing about the specs, what kind of hardware the Switch has, which has been rumored and rumored and rumored, and it's just I'm just glad that finally January 12th these rumors are gonna be put to a halt, and we're finally gonna know everything, and it's not like anybody's really gonna be able to add anything new because we're pretty much gonna know everything. I also believe they're going to be giving us the launch lineup as well. And so a little bit of what I'm going to be talking about really for this video is I'm going to be talking about what I think Nintendo should probably do at launch to sell a lot of units and to pretty much let them be known. Now, for as much as I love the Wii U, the launch or just the marketing and the launch both were kind of shit. Now, I'm going to say first off, the launch lineup wasn't too bad. It also wasn't the best, but it wasn't completely horrible. The 3DS launch lineup was horrible. That's what you call horrible. But, as of right now, the 3DS is doing very well, and I'm actually glad it is. I got one myself. I just picked up, in November, I just picked up Pokemon Moon, and I'm loving the hell out of that game. But anyways. So what Nintendo really needs to do to improve upon basically to have a good kick in the market here is what they need to do for a good launch lineup is, I think Zelda the Breath of the Wild, if possible, I think it should be a Switch launch title. There have been rumors that it may even be canceled for the Wii U, and I have a little bit of concerns with the fact that the Breath of the Wild is going to be released on both the Switch and the Wii U. I have one main concern when it comes to that, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's going to be on, well, actually it does have to do with the fact that it's going to be on both systems, but really just the fact that it's going to be on the Wii U or released on more than one console at a time isn't really the problem. The problem I have with it is it going to be the Wii and GameCube's Twilight Princess all over again? Like, think about it this way. The Wii wasn't really that much of a leap in hardware wise to the GameCube. It really wasn't much at all. Uh, but with that being said, with the fact that the same game is going to be running on both the Switch and the Wii U, it's like, what does that tell us about the Switch? Like, Is it going to be like just this little tiny leap up from the Wii U, or is it going to be a giant step? Now, it's a little hard to believe it's going to be a giant step for that matter, because of the fact that both the games are going to be uh, that this game is going to be played on both consoles. But that could also be a good thing, because the Switch's version could have so many more features and look way better um, on the Switch. So I'm still hoping for that. I do have some good news about the Switch. It has been confirmed that it can run the Unreal Engine 4, which is amazing. I mean, that right there is really good for the Switch, though. I'm actually really excited that it can actually run the Unreal Engine 4. It's honestly one of the best looking engines that's probably out there. Um, so I'm excited about that. But really, the main thing that Nintendo can really do to, because I remember watching the Switch reveal, which was actually kind of cool, by the way. I did see this little like Wii U Pro controller looking controller. It looked a little different and actually looked closer. It actually looked closer to the Xbox 360 or even possibly even Xbox One controller. Um, but I feel if they like, let's say for example, the console itself is going to be $249.99. Let's say, okay, let's just throw that out there, and let's say it's going to be that much. I think it would be a smart decision to just come out with the Switch there, where you'll get basically just the Switch and obviously the little two controller end pieces that go on it and the dongle and everything that the system needs to run. But I was thinking they could come out with a with the 299.99 model that comes with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and possibly that awesome controller I seen. And I'm not talking about the square one that you clip off. I'm talking about the other one they showed. And I think that would actually be a pretty good deal. I think a lot of people would buy it. But I could even be wrong about this whole thing. It could even be the other way around. It could be to where or not really the other way around, but really they could just make it to where the base model of the Switch could be $299.99 and to get the bundle it could be even $349.99. I don't know. I'm really hoping the highest price of the Switch isn't going to be higher than $299. I'm really hoping it's going to be under that mark, and I believe if there's really any game that I think they should bundle with the console, it should be Breath of the Wild, because Zelda has a really big fan base, and people who stuck loyal to Nintendo all these years, like myself, have stuck to it as Zelda being one of the biggest reasons. So I feel that that's really gonna move a lot of consoles. Um, so yeah. Anyway. Anyways, now I really think that I think I'm probably just gonna take this time to pretty much say what I'm really most excited for when it comes to the Switch. Um, I think the main thing I'm looking forward to, or really, you know what I should really talk about now? I should talk about how the Switch could ruin everything, but also how it could dominate the market. Now, obviously, it's not going to be able to do both. It's going to be really one or the other. And this is a console that is not going to be it's alright kind of console. No, it's either going to do really bad or it's going to do really good, and that does kind of concern me. But then again, it could do really good. So I'm gonna start the worst for first. All right, worst for first. Okay, so how it could ruin everything? Well, if they do the same shit marketing they did with the Wii U, yeah, it's definitely gonna just blow back up on their face. Have very low third-party support. Yeah, and I'm liking the fact that the console isn't too gimmicky. I was even told that the screen itself might not even have a touchscreen, which really doesn't really matter to me that much. Because I don't know, a console doesn't really need a touchscreen for it to be good. I mean, hell, I know the 3DS has a touchscreen, but I would even consider that being a different situation because that has two screens. And think about it this way: Nintendo did confirm that both screens will never be on at the same time, your TV screen and the screen on the Switch itself, which is good. I'm glad. I'm glad there's not going to be any kind of a touchscreen stupid ass gimmick and stuff. I like that. I like that it's going to be like. I like the fact that I know when I purchase it, it's going to be a game system that's going to have a normal controller, and I'm going to be able to play games like I would on any other console, like the PlayStation, or and for as much crap as people gave about the N64 and the GameCube, if there's one good thing about those systems that anybody could possibly say about them, it was like its competitors. It was a console that you got and you just held a normal controller and you played the game as if you were playing a game on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox or the PlayStation, or, like, sure, the controllers looked, well, the N64 controller obviously looked a little weird, but it was still comfortable. It was still a comfortable controller to hold. Sure, it was weird, but and it wasn't really Nintendo's best controller. I actually believe the GameCube controller was honestly Nintendo's best controller, and I still stand by that today as actually being one of the best controllers ever made, for its octagonal design, so it's easier for more precise diagonal movement. So yeah, that is the so. With that being said, that's how the Switch could really ruin everything. But I think I think there's really two ways put together that could really help the Switch dominate the market. And obviously the main one is the like good third party support. But I think that with partnered up with the fact that it's going to be a hybrid home console and a console that you take with you on the go, a handheld console at the same time, like that right there is going to dominate the market. Um, and and now obviously it's not a console you're going to be able to fit in your pocket. But don't get me wrong, the thing is smaller than I thought it was going to be. Watching it on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, but with Jimmy Fallon, when he held that thing, I was like, wow, that thing's actually smaller than I thought. Either that or Jimmy Fallon's hands are just really big. I don't know. It's one of the two, but I don't know. But but yeah, it's a console that is a home console with beefy hardware that you play on your nice high def TV. But if you got a flight you got to catch, or you got an Uber that you call that's picking you up, you know. It's a console you can take with you on the go and resume your game. That may not apply with online gaming. Obviously, we actually don't really know that for sure, because I don't know. You might be able to connect the Switch itself maybe to like your mobile hotspot on your phone or something and continue playing online or whatever. But nevertheless, we know for sure if you're playing offline game modes, we know you're going to be able to take the Switch with you on the go, and that's awesome. I think that is the main reason, along with good third-party support, that's going to help it dominate the market. I mean, really, it might even get to the point where Sony and Microsoft are going to try to get in on this whole thing. Well, with that being said, I'm pretty much done with everything I need to say about the Switch, at least until January 12th. I might make some more videos, but actually, comment down below. Comment down below on what you want me to talk about next in future videos. But anyways, peace out. Comment, rate, like, subscribe, share with your friends. This has been a Fox Ate My Dinner production. Peace.